All right, all right. So, the mic is on. Yeah, it looks like it. People should be able to hear me. And my squeaky chair. Gonna change that one. All right, so there on the left is what we're doing. What was the, yeah, 386. So this one, little. Oh, my other lights went out. What the hell? There we go. A little better. And again, I have the. I'll take that. My test box here. Guitar input going there, output on the left side, and it's hooked up to the breadboard. That one's an Arduino Micro. Don't mind that. It is not in the circuit, so and it's a bit messy in here. But first things first, we have our chip. And then I got myself the 1 mega logarithmic pod, and then a was it 1K. So, but that's with the lugs. So I'm gonna just get my iron hot and put some leads in there to have solid ones. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave that and take a bit from the bag. I'm already gonna put the chip in there, and I will put it like, of course, like this, because that breaks the connection on these rows that go like this. So that would be, putting the chip in there would be a huge mistake, because then the legs would be connected. So there we go. I'll put it there. And the numbering should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's a little like, let's pull it up a bit. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a little bit of like half circle in there. So that's the 1 in there on that side. All right, so gonna cut me 3 of these. And goddamn, I have to order some solid ones, more solid ones. I hope that will do. We have volume and gain controls on this one. So it's we have 2 potentiometers for controls. And of course, just for fun, I could try and make some kind of weird tone control again, because that's what I do. I do weird things because I don't know what I'm doing that well. And oh yeah, I forgot to put my, there we go. And I actually just got myself this new, it was pretty cheap, but new, nice, new, with this, so I can clean the tip. I've just usually rubbed it against, you know, just like in there. Now I have this thing. But yeah, it's an upgrade. The station would be even better, but for now that will do more than fine. Just I used this one. I'll show while it heats up. I was using this one, but it's a bit flimsy. You could probably add some weight to in the bottom there, just like a block of something to make it a bit more sturdy, but it's just sometimes tipped over, so I thought it was time to upgrade. Eventually a soldering station would be awesome. Oh, and I have to say, I do have a Bandcamp site, and I do have my own website also, but I was thinking about putting the boards I've done. I've laid out boards for some effects, and like this. So I've been thinking about putting these, just for example, putting these up for sale on either on my Bandcamp site, or, you know. And today I set up a Reverb account also, so that could be something to do. So let's check this. I have 10 UF here, the other side, as we know, this one is the minus, so we have a polarized cap there, and I hope you can see that, and it's pins 1 and 8 are connected to the plus side of it. So, and the plus side usually has the longer leg also. So I could probably do this, and it's going to the ground. So now I'll do this, and then while I'm waiting for the iron to heat up. So that's the leg number 8 is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that one's going there. Nice. And then actually I'm gonna do it like this, because I learned while I was doing the bass was that the connection also breaks on that point. So that's why those are there. I'm gonna do a few more while we're at it to make the connection between those. Everything correctly connected. There we go. Not so pretty, but actually there. A bit long one, but that will work. And then I'll do the ground one Let's move these a bit. So make sure if you're doing this, make sure you have all your jumpers on your board are in there correctly. And then I'll do a few black ones. I'm not in a hurry, so this will probably take a while to get everything done. So results can probably seen in like an hour maybe. Yeah. All right, and then I'm just gonna take a black one here, run that to here, and then let's take a red one. Do we have red ones? Oh, yeah, we do. One. Yeah, there, that's good. And I'll run that in there. Anyway, so those are connected. So now we've done the pins 1A going to the 10 UF capacitor and going to the ground. So that's done. All right, and then we have a really simple connection. It's the 100 NF, so that's nanofarads, I think. What's UF? I should check the internet. The internet knows if you have, or then it's pretty popular to ask the AI thingy. You know what it's called. So yeah, let's try and I'll check if I have a 100 in here somewhere. Ah. And in the end, I'm not sure if that actually even will matter that much. And this one, that's pin number 3. Something's going to... So I'm taking this one over... let's just do it like this. Really keep it simple. So there we go. Nope. Yeah, I'll take it here. So I'll take it there. Put it there. Make sure it doesn't touch anything else. And then there is our input. Bam. There we go. I'm gonna keep the leads straight. All right. And now the iron should be hot. Here's the solder. Let's put my fume extractor on. A thing of beauty, a self-made. Actually works decently, yeah. I'll switch there, 12 volts going into a couple of fans, and then I have a, is it like carbon something for filtering, and then I'll just put it pretty close and it sucks the fumes, so I don't have to breathe. And I really recommend getting something like this if you're gonna or then just work in a really well ventilated area, and probably just have some sort of like fan to, you know. And now I'm gonna test my. Oh yeah, the tip is gonna stay clean. All right. So that's for the. Don't need any more of that. So let's take it off. Bing. There we go. All right. Then what's next? So pin number 6 needs power +9. So we're gonna give it that, and pin number 6 is there. So there we go. Bing. That should be done. And then 4 is going to the ground. We don't have any black leads. Oh, or do we? We do. So pin number 4 into the ground. Stick it there. Try to keep it clean. And I'm gonna put the. So this is gonna be the gain pot. So I'm gonna stick that in there. You know. And a better way of doing this is, and probably according to most people, it would be to solder these wires. So because those contacts on the board might come loose, it's a bit tight. So I mean, there's a loose one over there. I can feel it, but I haven't stuck. So, and with these, it's sometimes good to acknowledge that I've had broken ones of these with no contact breaking somewhere in here. And then of course in here you can also have a bad contact. So sometimes when everything else is like you're sure that it's done properly and you're scratching your head and ripping your hair off, do take out your and this is a good tool, multimeter. Take it out, put it on the, you know, yeah, it's there's the diode and the sound like symbol there. Put it there, you'll hear a sound if there's contact or continuity. Yeah. All right, so the gain is in there, and we are going from the pin 2 is going to ground after 1K resistor. So we're gonna take a 1K resistor. Oh, it's so nice. I have these sorted out, so it's an easy find. Here we go. So that's 1K. And we're gonna take that and I'll put it there. And from there it's going to ground. So and now what I'm gonna do is I'll just take this bare copper wire and I'll do a few connections with this. And before I do it, I'm gonna make sure that, because some of these can be coated, so I'll check. Now I'll do the check with this. There's actually, you know, it's, yeah, we're good. We are good. Yeah, so I won't be cutting, you know, my wire. I'll just do it like this. So we're doing the 1K from pin 2 and running that to ground, and I'll be using this and put it there. There we go. That should be good. Might need pliers to peel it off. And then that is going from 2. We're also going to the gain potentiometer, plug 3. So, and it's from left to right, 1, 2, 3 on this side, 1, 2, 3. So let's take, that's it's getting cramped, but yeah, that's the row of leg 2. So, and into plug 3 of that, and then lug 3 is going to 2 also. All right. So I'm gonna again take just a little bit piece of bare copper wire. There we go. Yeah, that's good. At least it should be. All right. And from there, we are taking, it looks like 33 picofarad. Where are they? I might not have a 33, but I should have a, God damn it, I should have. Oh man. Yeah, this is why I say keep your desk clean. It's, you'll have much more fun when you don't have to be searching for parts all the time. So yeah. Oh, here we go. Here they are. So I might have, let's see, 47, 330, 10. Nah, it's not that. I'm gonna stick the 47 in there, see how that's like, and then I'll go through another container of these and we'll check. So from 2 we're going to 1. All right, I'll just stick it in there. Yeah, it's getting cramped. I'm gonna take that off for a moment, and then come on. There we go. I'll hate changing that when the time comes. Oh, and it's there we go. Almost in the wrong place. Nice. All right. So that's good. And then from there, 10K resistor. I could have one in here somewhere, but it will be much easier to just take a new one. I have lots of those. Hello, hello. Wait a moment, I'll check what you say. Yeah. Yeah, it is, but I think I'll be messing with that anyway. So, trying different ones. So, all right. So from one, well, it doesn't really matter where I stick this. We're gonna have to. So I'll just stick it there. I'm running away from all the action in the center. There we go. All right. Oh, and then we have pin 5 in there, and that wants to see again 10 UF. Do we have one here? Oh, we do. Nice. The plus side of that, and it goes here. I'll put the other leg in there. And it wants to, I'll try and, there we go. Now I'll put the other leg in there. And don't ask me anything too technical if you're looking at this, because I don't know. I'm just following the instructions. I'm doing what they told me to do. So that should be hooked up, I think. Let's turn it down. That's a good thing to do usually when you're building stuff and testing it the first time. So if you actually make it and, you know, get it in working order, you don't want the volume or gain to be full, especially if you're like testing this shit out with a, you know, a huge 100-watt tube amplifier. I mean, who does that anymore, right? All right, so lock 3 of the volume now wants to see the plus side of that, so it's gonna go there. So now we have the resistor, no, I mean the minus of that capacitor coming from pin 5 of the chip. And then like 1 is going to ground, so there. And then I'll just put like 2 in there and take my output and stick it there. And we should be good. So now I'm gonna do what I always tell people to do, clean out the desk a bit. A bit, just a bit, not too much. So it seems like I'm doing something all the time. All right, actually I'll take a sip of drink. Can I put 330 picofarads in there? How do you feel about that? I will do it anyway. Yeah, alright. So I'll take my cheap ass Harley Benton guitar here. No brand. No, it has a brand. It says, what does it say? Oh god damn. It says Dewil. How about that? What a surprise. Alright. So let's see if this thing works in a moment. There we go, my guitar is hooked up. We have our battery going in. Those are both minimum. And then I'll go do a few things. Alright, so I should be able to hear the guitar, so the high amp, which is a high watt emulation. But I'm seriously out of tune, so I'm gonna tune quick. So that's the clean sound of the high amp. Pretty clean, I would say. So let's kick this thing on. There we go. And then slowly start to twist the knobs. And get nothing. And then I'll have to start seeing what the problem is. What have I missed or done wrong? Could be a lot of things. I'm gonna check these actually first this time. So the input I do have, yeah, output. Ground, it's going there. It's going there. This one. Connected, connected. Those are connected. These are connected. That's connected. Alright. No. Go. Oh. There we go actually. But I need to go off Studio One. So let's check again. So one has I'll actually go and remind myself of the pin out as well. Fucking hell. I knew it. I feel so dumb. So yeah, 5 is on the... God damn. Well, I'm glad it's not that big of a deal. So that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there we go. And then let's continue. It's a given that I mess up the first go. So 6 is then 5, 6 is there. So that one's going to our power. Actually, I'll stick it there so I can see a bit better. So this side still should be correct, but then what do we have in here? I'll take that off for a moment. And, so this is 5, and 5 wants to see the plus of that, and then minus is gonna go there. I'll take that off as well. I shouldn't have to touch this, but from here, like number 1, actually the resistor, we want to go to the plus of this. There we go. And then, what am I missing this time? So 6 wanted, it has, yes. 7, nothing. 8. And 8 has that now. Actually, 8 and yeah. So volume 3 wants to see that, and then volume 2, let's put it there, and volume 1 to ground. There we go. And then let's there we go. Then put this there. Just turn them down again. All right, give it another go. Yeah, we have our. All right, put it on. And it's working. I'm gonna turn the volume a bit down on. I do have a limiter on there, but so it shouldn't clip and sound horrible, but oh. So yeah, it's as we can hear, it's working. The parts count is again minimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if we count that potentiometers, but like yeah, it's really. So let's turn the game up. This was the volume. Yeah. All the way. All right, nice. Yeah, I like it. So that's like full game. the clean again. Let's turn it up a bit so I can get like minimal or about there. Yeah, a little bit of boost, I think. I think I'm out of tune again, so I'll tune really fast, and then I'll see how it sounds to a crunchy amp. Yeah, indeed. Then I'll start messing around with, with it a bit, just in a bit. Let's take a Marshall amp, 8000. I'll tweak the settings a bit to my taste. So we have quite a lot of gain on the amp itself already. So let's put this on. Yeah, it becomes thick. Yeah, gate would be nice. Oh, here. I'm gonna change to some kind of Fender. Or how about the Vox? Primate. Let's take this one. Oh, we have a tremolo. So this is the neck pickup, and nice. Yeah. This is like the 5th time I've breadboarded anything. I've never done much of this. It's done a lot of Vero builds, and so this is new kind of fun. Which sounds actually really nice. More gain. I think it has too much treble. So, and I mean the amp. A little less. So what happens if I tweak the value of the input capacitor? I'll take the power up. You could probably tell me, but I wanna hear. So let's take that away. This should be bigger. There we go. Yeah, nothing much happened with that change. At least I can't hear. I would like to try. Yeah, 10 would probably. Let's try that. I should have one here. Or do I? What's that? Is that a 10? Yeah, that's a 10. Yeah, go smaller. Oh. Much more noise, I think, at least. And well, it's private, yeah. Let's again swap it real fast. So now the noise level is the same. I was imagining, think. Oh, it's loud again. Let's turn it down a little bit more. There we go. And I'm gonna put the noise gate in there. Wait. Had to turn it pretty high because yeah, it's giving a lot of noise. Just for fun. This might sound horrible. My improvisations just need work. Yeah, let's take the verb off. And I'm gonna change the amp. That wasn't that fun. All the amps in the world. That's Marshall style thing that has some reverb in there. Let's put the little. Oh, I'll leave it at that. How about I switch the cap now? So can I add a? Can I do this actually? So let's put that off. If I would take, let's say, let's see what do we have in there. we go. And then take the output, put it there. No, actually, yeah, in there. And then jumper that one. Or should it actually be before this one? I think so, yeah. Yeah, some things. Let me think this through again. So we want to, let's put this in here. Take that to the ground. I have no idea what I'm about to do. So it's all good fun. That's a bit loose. Yeah, I might have ruined it. I don't know. Meh. One more volume was off all the way. What did I do? Oh. Alright, let's try this again. So, ping bong bong. And here we go. Hello. Is it the other way around? God damn it. Yeah, I think that's a bit busted. So alright, so I'm gonna actually solder a few leads to, what do I have here? Oh, I'm gonna take that one. Yeah, alright. The iron back on. What is the latest circuit? Still watching. I have a ton of stuff I need to finish, and for instance I should order a bit more of this. I'm running out pretty soon. And I've been doing that for, well, many days this week, I think. All right. But goddamn, this little thing is already, yeah, really good. Spending money on tools is, yeah, it's always when you buy good tools. And with this circuit, I'm like, well, what would you do to even tweak it instead of switching a few parts around? It just sounds good, you know, nothing wrong with it. Everything you would want from an overdrive when you set the values as you'd like. Today I was going through this Finnish site, muusikoiden.net, Tori. They have a section there where you can sell your crap. Well, not crap, but you know, your gear that you don't use or whatever. And they had this like an old clone replica, and the guy was asking 300 for it. Well, oh, god damn it! I was like, and he said on there, like on Reverb, that he said on that listing ad that they actually asked stupid amounts on Reverb for it. I went to check Reverb, and I found like, well, 215 euros. So the guy is actually asking more than the ridiculous price I saw there. But at this day and age, I'm really wondering, like, why would you buy one for 300? You can get, I think Wambler does the Tumnus, and then there's the like Tumnus Deluxe, and you can probably get one for the small version. How much is that? I'm actually gonna check out. €149 for the small one, 215 for the deluxe version on Tom. So when I see an ad like that, I'm just like, well, good luck selling that thing for 300. Yeah, not even a clown, you know. Because then it would be 500, of course. It would be 200 more if it was a clown. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that like caught my attention, really. But hey, you know, there's so much, so he maybe he'll sell it at one point. And yeah, you can always ask those ridiculous amounts. And I think now the Warm Audio also came up with the pedal, clone pedal. So it's such a, I think it's such a common thing nowadays that like every goddamn company has one, and you can buy a good sounding Chinese knockoff for like €30. So, and you can make your own if you have the know-how, or do you want to get into it for much less? All right, that's the solution then. I'll try not to not fuck up my breadboard. So I'll need to do that with my pots from here. But yeah, I actually got myself, because they had a lot of discussion about the chip they use on the clone, and does it make like a difference, and does it, you know, affect how, because sometimes people have that high what do you call it, well, that annoying pitch. So I did order myself, and I used, I think I ordered from Mauser, so I got these, like, what the hell, a whole goddamn packet for one chip, you know. But I got the thing that they recommend there, Max 1044, you know. So I do have a clone that's working on my shelf. I made tone captures of it, really good ones. Some of you might have seen it, but here it is. My next step is to, so this is one of the first pedals I've made. It has an edged board on there from Effects Layout, from that side. So I edged the board and it's done, and it works. It's really good. So there's the layout actually has a mistake, but the pots would work in reverse, so that's something I fixed. But the next thing I would like to do is well, make a layout and the board of the clone myself and get it to fit into a smaller enclosure. Or then I could make the cloud. God damn it. Alright, let's hear the pedal once again. Let me click on the studio one so we can hear some sound. So that's what we have. Oh goddamn. My speakers were on all the time. So yeah. That's the Marshall type amp. And here's the thing we built. I'm gonna make sure it's not too loud. So and now it has that like 10 NF cap. We can change it to 100, I think. And it's gonna sound totally different when I get it in there. Stick it in there, yeah. Yeah, which one do you like more? the little 10 NF or this 100 one? I think this, of course. Sounds a lot better. And let's turn the gain all the way up. There's lots of interference going on because of, you know, well, it's over here on the desk. I have lights. Yeah. I think like somewhere middle would be good. Oh, and of course I left this intact. Oh, not this. Where is it? The weird switch thingy I did. Where the hell did I put it? Hi. It's somewhere in here. There we go. So this has staff a 47 and a 3.3 in it, so we can hear that. So I'll be able to switch it. So yeah. And then I would have thought it would have much more. Yeah, I kind of like this one for a lot of reasons. But Yeah, it does, bring, does take, I think, some of the high mid-range off there. Yeah. Could be wrong, could be right. Who gives a shit? Alright, so I was trying to get tone control here somehow. So let's see if I can make that happen. I am not sure how this should work even, but this is what I'll try. Yeah, there. What happened? What? Yeah, now I'm just messing with it. I know what I've done. What the? So, all the way left, it sounds like this. To the like middle. And all the way to the right. And am I at, you need it like volume? No, I need to turn the volume up. All right. And then. What have I done? I'm not sure. I took a B100 and I took the lug 1 and put it where the volume pots 1 was. And then I took the lug 2 and put a cap from there to ground. That's what was it? A 10, I think. And then I connected lug 3 to volume lug 1. Oh, so yeah. That's what it does now. And all the way to the right. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I don't hate it, you know. It just becomes this. Like fast thing, and in the middle it has the all the highs. So now I'm gonna, for fun, I'm gonna now put a much smaller cap in there. The 10. Let's hear it. Yeah, man, this could be nasty as. Now let's hear the left side. Yeah, sounds like suffering. Indeed. All right. This can be horrible. Oh boy, indeed, yeah. What did I do again? Oh, that's horrible. I would love someone to come and jump on the stream like now, and he would go like, what is that? That's end. I'm gonna throw a whammy in cover your ears or something. I'm gonna throw a whammy here. MIDI learn. Oh, come on. Ah, goddamn. Automation. Parameter 1, blah blah. I forgot I was in Studio One, so yeah. Control 16, parameter. There we go. All right. I'm just gonna have some fun. Let's take that. Oh, the verb is already in there. And take echo. I'm gonna do some drums in here also. Because I can. I have never played an actual whammy. Because god damn, those are expensive. To find a clue with this sound. I'll turn the whammy off. Anything else to and then it's just normal. Well, not completely normal, but normalish. But yeah, it's fun that's the sound you can get from it. I wouldn't have guessed. How about if I switch these around for fun? Oh, it wasn't going in the ground, or was it? Oh, let me see. Well, now it sounds totally stupid and normal. What the hell? What happened? What did I do? Alright, and now it sounds like that. So I think this one made a difference. From like 2 ground. Yeah. So you were saying I should. Two and 3. I am not even sure what that means. Oh. What? Oh, well, it's working. That's it was fun. Let me check. Let me check the internet. The other way around? Probably not. It's just gonna work the other way around, but I'm just gonna try it anyway. Yeah, it's totally different. That way around, I think. What the hell? Well, it's not. Alright. Gonna chase that one again. Oh, I maxed out the volume actually. Is that? Yeah. There we go. That's just nasty. So this was but if we take 22 there. Now it does that. Huh. Can swap that out again. All right. And yep. Let's go with the original thing. So, bring down the volume. Ah. Oh, I had my tone all the way down. Ah, stupid me. I was wondering why it sounds so dark. Well, that explains it. All right, one more. Check. So if we do this instead, and should we now get the actual working tone control? Oh, click studio, get some. Now we get working nothing. What did I do again? Oh, let me this way around. Well, that shouldn't matter. So again, Goes to show that I don't know. No. Volume not working. I'm too tired to get my head around this anymore. I'm just doing things randomly because that's fun. I did something again, but I'm not sure what. At least the tone worked, but the volume didn't, so what the hell? Not sure anymore. Now I'm just doing stupid things again. I think. I don't know. Let's just stick to the original plan, which is this one. Again, there we go. Back to basics. What the hell? Ooh. What's happening there? One. Isn't 3, 2. One. God damn it. Now I'm like seriously wondering about this shitty potentiometer. So let me check. Volume 1. Fucking crap. Wrong way. Stupid. Volume 3. There we go. 1. Crown. 2 there. Okay. Yeah, I should probably end soon. I'll just keep messing up. Yep. All right. There's a shit ton of amps here, and I haven't even used, like, most of these I haven't even tried out. Yeah, it sounded like that, yeah, indeed. I mean, it was pretty weird. Jet City. Wasn't Jet City amplification, was it like a Soldano type of thing? To my understanding. I remember reading something about it at some point that it's the same dude's been doing those amps. But yeah, now I'm kind of actually like, it was fun to mess around with the, well, it was fun to mess around with this too, but I don't know what I could do there. Just trying to get the tone control was, well, a success. I would say, considering the weird noises I got, but I'm not. Oh, I'm not actually, doing anything with an Arduino. This is I breadboarded the guitar pedal. I can let you hear really fast. So I have my guitar here, and it sounds like this. With without the pedal, and then. So that's a T drive. Yeah, it's you could call it that. I think I'm gonna put the 8000 in there. So yeah, I've been breadboarding stuff for fun. Did a really simple bass fuzz a while ago. Take the hi-hat again. Oh, what's this actually? Ah, is it? That's the. I think this is this some kind of sound amplifier emulation. I would think so. And it has a little bit of reverb in there. All right. It would be fun to actually mess a bit more. I haven't even done stuff with the micro. My MIDI controller has a Leonardo inside, but apparently I could do the same stuff with the micro, and that's why I got it, so I could tweak the thing I already have and try to make it more enjoyable. One thing would be getting those like soft foot switches, I think. That's why I got the toppers in there, because when you play without your shoes on, it doesn't feel that good. Teda electronics. The shop from Thailand. Mostly. Some parts I've got from somewhere else, but most of the time you can get all the stuff you need from. Just gonna spell it out there. Yeah. In case I'm mumbling. Yeah, in Europe. So the customs is a bit of a hassle every now and then. But once you got used to it, it's pretty not that bad. But DHL is the firm that. Yeah, I started doing these sorts of the pedal thing. So here's one in a box I made years ago. So I started in 2016, and I used eBay for a while just to get like the basics. I didn't know about data either back then, but then I found out. Yeah, that's nice. It's it's a really good, and back in the day they have this like cheap shipping option, so you didn't have to use a courier. So but now you do, so it makes it a bit more of a hassle using DHL, but it's still really good. And nowadays you can also get these enclosures. They have a UV printing service there, so well that then you need to have skills in graphic design, that sort of stuff. But you can actually make your pedals if you would like. You could make them to look like this, you know. So yeah, that's cheap. Can't really beat. But I noticed when I was ordering from eBay back in the day, I noticed that the quality, well, yeah, especially like in things like jacks, uh, the quality from on the eBay ones was total. Well, I can just say crap compared to the ones you get from data. They're much better. So so like these. So this is a much better quality jack than you usually can get from eBay. So the eBay ones had like, they break down really easily, have connection issues, and you know, they're not manufactured to the specs. So sometimes your plugs won't even fit and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, and some of the like, I've been hearing that you can get counterfeit ones, and especially on now when you go and look some transistors, the THT, so through hole ones that are out of that aren't manufactured anymore, I think. So there's lots of counterfeit ones of those around. So but that sucks. But yeah, haven't been using eBay much. I am going to order this and check what I what I get. I'm running out. It's I need to stock up. It is. It's competitive. It's really cheap, and at least, and of course, and it's actually been the delivery has been really fast also. But when they ship here, the DHL tries to, you know, get some bullshit extra, you know, money from you by they just start to send you text messages like, hey, do the customs clearance, and the thing is that you just don't do it, and when the package arrives they send you a notification, and then I have to call there and tell them to email me the all the documentations, and then I do it on our customs page and pay the taxes. And but they try to like, if you don't know how it works, they will charge you like 20 euros extra DHL. So that's kind of I called about it on to the customs, and the guy was like just laughing, like, that's what they do now. They try to rip you off. No, you just have to like reach your countries, you know, the customs and. But yeah, they're kind of sneaky. The firm DHL, I mean, and I don't know about FedEx or something like that, or but they might be trying the same thing, but at least here they try to, you know, milk you. But if you know how it works, they can't. But I'm pretty sure they get a lot of money from people that way. A lot of money that people wouldn't actually need to pay, but they make it appear so that you have to. So that sucks. Yeah. I can recommend you. You can just you know, make a small order, see how it works. You know, and I've never had any trouble with them. So it's always been really good. And the thing is, like, when at first when I bought from eBay or you know, and then I would get like these package deals, like certain amount of this and that, and what happens, you will end up with lots of stuff that you don't actually need if you. So you can buy your resistors, diodes, you know, that sort of stuff from there as well, and they have the list. That's easy to order from. I usually buy like the last order was like something like 100, and then the taxes that's like I think the Finnish customs take it's like 20% at least from the order price. I have to pay extra, but it's still worth it. You know, you you get quality stuff and I'm gonna get me another bottle of soda. I live in a magical place called Finland. You might have heard of. So are you like working on Arduino stuff yourself? I did make myself a MIDI controller with the stomp switches, like this. Add some jacks so I can hook up an expression pedal on it, and then some momentary switches also, and really like basic thing. I think I found most of the code. I used the space I found on the internet, and then I tweaked it a little bit. I was just, you know, messing around with, and until I got what I wanted, and I would show it, but I'm not. Yeah, I have my camera on a stand. I'm not gonna, you know, take it off now, but. I have you can see it on some of my videos on YouTube, and I use it to control my music software. Yeah, they don't have those. I ordered mine straight from the Arduino shop. I think it's in Italy, if I'm correct. So that's, I have that there, so I might have explained already, but yeah. So I would like to improve on that controller, and this is probably what I would use, because I've bye bye, see you again later. HID, what does it mean? I'm not sure, but but the nice thing is I can just hook it up the USB straight to the computer, and it sends MIDI through USB, so I don't have to mess with any extra apps or programs or anything like that. So that's really nice. So I think the micro, and at least Leonardo does that. I'm not sure. I think you can check it from the website. I would think so, but I won't say it for certain. But yeah, and that one I bought because if I'm gonna make the MIDI control better, I would also make my own PCB board for it. So I've been using KiCad. I also streamed about that. I took one of the bass fuzz thingy I built on the breadboard. I made a schematic on KiCad for it, and then I laid out a board, and I actually even showed how you can order it from JLC PCB. I didn't order, but you know. So basically, the whole process from this to now I'm just trying to get an order in, and at some point I'll continue where I left that thing off, and I'll make it into a pedal. Oh yeah, the easy isn't that was that I'm gonna check really fast. Let me go. Yeah, it does. It does have that chip. Yeah. It's basically the Leonardo, but more compact. Yeah, it even says so on there. Micro. Nah. Well, I can bring it. Let's see if I can bring it a bit closer. The lighting is not that good. I should bring the lights a bit more up. But yeah, that's what it looks like. USB and yeah. I just stuck it in there, and it's kind of hard to get it off the board, so I just left it there. It doesn't matter. So yeah, easy enough. Pro. Oh. Yeah, I'm total noob when it comes to that stuff. So yeah, I'm also kind of total noob when it comes to this stuff. Also, I've just built a bunch of pedals using the instructions you can find on the internet. So I mostly make these wearable builds like these. But then, you know, and yeah, easy. That's I've seen that one. Looks really good. I got into the KiCad in the winter of 2021, I think. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. I mean, it certainly would be fun to learn about all this stuff, all this stuff, more about it myself, you know. So yeah, just you can do lots of fun stuff with it. I that I know, you know. And then when you know it well, you can apply it to the interests you have. I think, you know, you can always find a way, like when you have skills to connect somehow what you want to do. I also do woodworking a bit myself. I build guitars and that sort of stuff. So yeah. Ah, yeah. Nice, nice. How many years can you be there? How long does it take to... I am getting tired, by the way. And these lights are like, I don't know why they don't even like, it's just too warm in here. Still, should be getting a bit colder. It's the fall, or soon it's coming. Yeah. So yeah, I thought it would be like 4. So that's pretty usual, common in here when you go in a higher degree of learning. So yeah, I was thinking about uh, some sort of educate myself, uh, but I would like to do it on the internet. So I'm that's a thing I'm still considering, like applying to a school that's you can do. You wouldn't have to be physically present anywhere. That would be nice. There are those sorts of schools now, so that's actually nice. There weren't many before, but now there are, so it's an option still. Yeah, we had one guy on from a Discord server of ours, or you know, the audio electronic DIY group. This thing is actually, was recommended in there today. So I was like, oh, what the hell? I'll build that on Breadboard. I'm not sure if I heard about those. Yeah, I've been mostly focusing on anything like music related, but of course, learning the basics would help with this stuff also. And but time will tell if I have the time to look into this stuff a bit more. I'm an old guy, so well, not that old, but and I was messing with this. This is just basic, and I was trying to add something to this circuit. And yeah, it was, well, funny. Because I have basically I have little understanding of what adding something and blah 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 will do. So the outcomes of me adding something in here can be, well, interesting to say the least. So I was adding one of these in the chain, and it sounded horrible. Yeah, indeed. What got me into it was this. There's this really well. Now they cost a shit ton of money. They're like thousands of euros. But this, like, when I started, there was this pedal called Clone Centaur, and when I started, it was going. The original ones were like over 1,000 euros. And I was like, what? And then I found on the internet, I found that, well, you can build this for like under 20 euros. I was like, what? I want to do that, just for, So that's what it kind of started, this whole thing. I had repaired guitar and mics and stuff like that before, and I still have my clone of the Clone Centaur here. This is the one I made back then. It's old, works, sounds really nice, and I've actually, because now you have this modeling amps and software, so I've actually took digital models of this little box of mine. and I share them on the internet, of course, for free. So anyone can basically have a clone center for themselves for cheap, for pretty cheap. You don't have to pay thousands of euros. Oh. How about you? What's the time? Alright, I'm gonna hang for a moment still. Then I need to start cleaning up. So what kind of project are you doing with the Arduino? I'm gonna hear this. Ah, 3D printer. Yeah. Yeah, back out when I went to, I studied visual arts, and back then on that school we had a 3D printer in there, and I've messed around with one a bit. And now nowadays you can actually, if you make something, you make a 3D model, you can order your models from somewhere. I would probably do that. I'm allergic to certain stuff, so 3D printing is something I wouldn't probably do myself, so I would outsource that. Oh, that sounds nice. I've seen like these flight simulator boxes that people have done with it. So yeah, those are cool. I'm not sure. Phew. Yeah, let me check. I'm just seeing. I'm just seeing stars, so yeah, it might not, you know. I need to check my settings. But yeah, that sounds awesome. I've seen some of those. So it's not. It's not. God damn it. Well, yeah, I need to check. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Geez. God damn, that's huge. Yeah, so is it gonna have like all those panels, buttons and stuff? That thing was a paw. Looks intimidating, to me at least, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. At some point it could be that I'm also going to be messing with this Arduino thing, but that's probably not that interesting anyway, because I mean, learning coding wasn't. I don't know if I could make myself do it. I would have to have some sort of like outside motivation, or you know. It's I'm more of a hands-on kind of guy like this. I want to, you know, make stuff. Yeah. It's because, well, it's for me. It's kind of accurate to say that it's like learning a new language. It's boring. I can't like play any songs because I think I would be, you know. Do they ban you on Twitch? I haven't streamed that much, so I'm still like, what can you do here? What can't you? I think cursing, so. I'm gonna kick this pedal on again. See if it's still working. Well, I have to put the battery in first. Power it up. There we go. Still working. One more volume. Alright. Yeah, I think I have it's some sort of sun amp that I have in amplitube over there's the little screen there. So I found one of those. Oh man. A little bit of echo. time is on my side. Whew. All right. I'm pretty sure that's about it. I have been playing for, well, really long, and I still suck at it. Yeah. No, I think, when did I start? Well, I started first time probably I played guitar was like over 20 years ago, so like 20, 24 years ago. Got my first electric, I think sometimes around when I was 18 or 40 years. Will turn 41 pretty soon. But yeah, and then I had a few years now that I didn't have a guitar. I had to get rid of my guitars. So that was a bummer. But so I just got back into it last winter around Christmas. So yeah, slowly trying to build up again, you know. My speed and fingers. That isn't actually a song of mine. Intro. Well, not an intro. The whole thing could sound fun with just a little bit of hall reverb in there. Why is that? I don't hear if the picking sound may actually come through a bit also. That can be a bit annoying, but can't really help it, I think. Can't remember the words. That's why I write them down. Oh yeah, there we go. Hey, you too. Sorry if I missed that. Yeah, sorry about that. I hope it didn't scare you. I took the volume down. I almost shat myself one time. I heard that. Yeah, good night. Have fun. Good game. Well, yeah, it's been so this circuit was for fun. It's fun chatting to people, and I think I have another like overdrive, just really basic with the tone control and some other stuff. that I can do, so I'm probably gonna do that next. But this stream I'll be quitting now because goddamn, I'm getting tired and I need to eat and then and clean up. Just, well, it's not that messy in here, but my life's a mess, so I need to clean that up. And that might take a while. Yeah. Anyway, the devil is out.